Hello, you are listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where we talk body language, we talk non-verbal communication, we talk verbal communication, interpersonal dynamics, game, and everything in between. All right, we got a couple of links down in the video description. One of them will take you to the catalogue of body language, where you'll learn how to read body language. Second to that, the Patreon, where you'll join me in observing attraction and repulsion cues in real time on real first dates. You'll absorb that information, you'll take that into the real world, you'll become Casanova, you won't find that game anywhere else. Now, what do you do? This is my question, yeah, for this video. What do you do when you fall in love with somebody? Or if you don't believe in love, what do you do when you are just completely under the spell of somebody else? You think about them. They take up space in your mind. You think about them. Some men may be driven to act and find a driving force in their attraction to this person, alright? Which isn't a bad way to do it. That's utilizing your sexual energy as a driving force to achieve what you may not have been able to do so otherwise. It's a good influence, right? So what do you do when you fall in love with somebody? You think about them. That's what I'm going to get on with today, and something I want you to think about, okay? So, if that's what happens when you fall in love with somebody, if you want a woman to fall in love with you, you need to give them reason to think about you, okay? And you need to be realistic in this, yes? You need to approach this in a deeper sense, in a realistic sense. The first approach is understanding that we have two different minds. Both the man and the woman have different minds. So you'll never completely 100% wholly understand how the thought process applies in relation to yours. But you can approach that a woman is a little more emotionally driven than the man. Yes? A man who was brought up in a single woman household, let's say a single mother, yes, will be a little more in tune with their emotions than the man who has been brought up with, both the man and the woman. And even more so, the man who has been brought up with sisters and a single mother may be a little more in tune with his emotions, be a little more emotionally driven and overt than the man who has been brought up by the more masculine figures, or been brought up around masculine figures who they themselves have been around masculine people. Okay? So, how does she fall in love with you? And it's not a means of hoping for the best and saying, oh yes, well, I'm good looking, and oh yes, well, I've got money, she should be in love with me. No, she might desire you, she might lust for you, but that's not love. You might not be on her mind every single day in a fully encapsulating manner. She might be scheming on you to get something from you. Yes, you might be you might sexually turn her on, which might be your end goal. She might lust for you. She might desire to possess something of you, but she might not necessarily be in love with you. You might not consume her with your presence and through your lack of presence and consistently, continuously exist within a space of her imagination. So you have to think, how do I get there? Well, you need to make an impact, emotionally preferably. You need to plant seeds, and you need to be ambiguous, mysterious. Let her try to work you out. Oh, you're so mysterious. I hear that every single time. Because once you learn to speak in a particular manner or reveal less than the next person, it's very hard to stop doing so, because you realize it's the optimal means of divulging information. I'm not going to tell the next man, who I hardly know, what I'm doing on my day-to-day. Why would I do that? I don't know who that person is. It's none of their business. So I'll give them a vague and brief overview, and we'll leave it at that. Yeah? It gives you power because people can't read into your patterns, and you will sort of leave them off center when it comes to you. Now, that gives you power in a borderline aggressive means. When it comes to your fellow man, it draws respect. Whereas to the woman, not only does it make you different from the man who's always trying to sell himself to a complete T by giving her every facet of his personality and life story, and man, give up. Who cares, you know? But it gives her no food for thought. Why am I going to continue thinking about you if I know everything about you? Do you know when you really like a girl and she's gone out for a night and you don't know what she's up to? That's it, right? You're thinking, she's on your mind. You think, it's killing me. I wish I knew what she was doing. I wish she was with me instead. I wish I could tell her how I feel. I wish she was different maybe. But she's there on your mind and you're staying at home with nothing better to do than think about her. Why can't you do this to her? You're best friends with her and then suddenly you act distant and you start to act a bit weirded out by her. Puts her on the defensive, makes her start chasing you for a change. You know that men are always pursuing women, chasing women. And it's a valuable man. It's a valuable man that's pursued by the woman. Okay, who do women pursue? Men who are worth pursuing. I don't go home and do boring things. I do exciting things. There's an air of darkness in me. I do things I shouldn't do. I'm a forbidden fruit. And I don't need to go into too much detail. I might show slight insights into the depths of my darkness from time to time. But I'm not gonna give you everything you want or need from me, because I would rather stir the fish in the pond of your imagination. You get me? Wow, he's so deep. Wow, he's so smart, but he's not giving me everything. When you learn how to read nonverbal communication, you'll be able to tell her how she feels in real time, with such confidence that even if you're wrong, she'll think, did I really come across that way? How does he know that? Wow, he's so in tune with me in comparison to everybody else. He's special, he's got something going on. I wonder if there's a future between us. I wonder what he thinks about me. He's not spoken to me for the past week. We used to speak every day. He seemed quite angry towards me last time we spoke. Why was that? And then when she's thinking about that, you come out with the overt, bold, strict, direct statement. You know, you look beautiful today. Is it generic? Yes, it's generic, but it's a matter of economics. You didn't say it for the sake of saying it. You scrambled the signals. You shook her to her core. You struck at her heart. Where did that come from? He confuses me so much. Is he playing with me? And if you're playing with her, you must be very powerful, because she's used to playing with men. She's used to winding up other men and making them chase her. Have you seen how the tables have turned? It's exciting. What do you do when you fall in love with somebody? You think about them. Good or bad. They're on your mind. Why can't I get him out of my mind? Why do I dream about him? That's a deeper level. Not only are you in the conscious, you've invaded the subconscious, because now you are in the realms of the dream world. Now you are manifested in the sleep pattern of this person. They go through their day-to-day dealing with the issues they've got in life that have been thrown at them, catapulted at them. And then when they finally try to get some rest, hello, here I am. That's some food for thought. When you say things that matter. Be calculated, not in a scheming way, but in an exciting way, in a thrilling way. Like I said, be the forbidden fruit. If that's some game, click like and subscribe. I'm out.